Right, let's see if this works a bit better. Change the latency. Hopefully it'll work. No, something's really going a bit awry today. Work. Oh. Am I working now? No, something's really going a bit awry today. Yep. Looks like my internet's now working. That's great stuff. News. Hi there, welcome to number one geeky. Does I Saz? Oh no, it's still not working. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll forget about what it is. Maybe the chat will come up whenever, whatever. I'll just keep going there, knowing that I'm dropping frames. Something's up with my internet connection today. Usually I can do this fine, but there we go. Anywho, just want to say hi there. Welcome to the Born Geeky, this is Saz, and we're going through the Marvel Zombicide. What I'm doing is I'm bagging up all my my characters, just so that I can actually fit them all into like one box or two boxes maybe at the most, just so the wife doesn't get too upset with me at the end of the day. So then I can put the rest of the boxes at the loft and jobs are good, and so to speak. So let's, without further ado, let's get on to it. Now, Marvel Zombies X-Men Resistance is the hero version of the game, where you play the good guys rather than the zombies, the people that want to survive. So let's, without any further ado, let's get on to it, shall we? So we've got Magneto here. His blue ability is Crush. Once during your turn, you may spend 1 star to automatically eliminate 1 walker or runner, or 2 stars to eliminate 1 brute in a zone within range 1. Orange is always +1 action. Magnetic Flight. During your turn, you may spend 1 star to perform 1 free move action, moving any bystanders and superheroes in your zone with you and ignoring enemies. Mutant Commander. Once your turn, you may allow one of the superhero to perform 1 free action, then resume your turn. So this is kind of like the live version of the Captain America zombie character. So yeah, we're doing all right. We're doing all right with that one. So let's pop you down there. Let's have a quick look at the actual model, if we can. Let's get into focus. Come on, focus, focus, focus. There we go. So there's our Magneto character, and we'll back him up. Aldi bags will be fine. Next character is Mystique. Come on, let's focus in. There we go. Shapeshift at the end of your turn. If there are no enemies in your zone, you may spend 1 star. If you do, enemies ignore you during the next enemy phase. Hit and run. After completing any attack that eliminates at least 1 enemy, you may spend 1 star to perform 1 free move action, ignoring enemies. Necessary distraction. During your turn, you may discard your bystander, no penalties, to push all enemies in your zone into an adjacent zone, then perform 1 free action. Now, I suspect bystanders give you powers, apparently. Not 100% sure. Right. Which one is the Mystique character? I think it might be this one. So, let's see if we can, yeah. There's Mystique. Now, you would have probably seen all these characters during my my go through. next character. Oh, look, it's Wolverine. So, Berserker Rage. When attacking with adamantium claws, add +1 to your dice results. For each wound you have suffered, for each roll of 6, roll 1 die. These dice may generate additional dice. Lash Out. Once during each enemy phase, when enemies move into your zone, you may spend 1 star to perform 1 free adamantium claws attack. Healing Factor. At the start of each end phase, you may restore any amount of health. It's always good. And where's our psychopathic little man? There's Hugh. There he is. Be interesting to paint, at least. Nope. I pretty much do this with all my Zombicide stuff. It's just that it gives some of the people that play the game with me, they enjoy looking through the characters and deciding which one to choose. My friend Phil loves to change his characters and play something a little bit different each time. Oh, can we get that right? Okay, so Storm. Once during your turn, you may spend 1 star and select a zone within range 1. Move all enemies in that zone into a zone adjacent to it. Okay. Chain Lightning. Once during your turn, after attacking with a lightning bolt, you may perform 1 free lightning bolt attack using the same number of dice as the initial attack. Okay. Once during your turn, you or one other superhero within range 2 may automatically gain 1 star and draw 1 heroic trait. And that's her model. Storm was always an impressive character, I think. I apologise if you're seeing any sort of issues with my my channel. Okay, next one. Old Rogue. The Untouchable Lady. Knockout punch. All enemies suffer -1 toughness, minimum 1 against your Mighty Punches attack. Once during your turn, you may perform 1 free open door action. +1 action, absorb abilities. Once your turn, you may spend 1 star to copy any attack and or unlock skill from any other superhero within range 1 until the end of the round. Enhanced stamina. Once during your turn, you may perform 1 free attack or move action. Now, the interesting thing that I've noticed with a lot of the Zombicide stuff is that you usually get a choice of which one you're going to use, but this one is pretty much, this is what you're getting, mate. So, ooh, come on, get into focus. There we go. She's got a little bit of a hair issue here. I'm sure once the paint goes on, she will be more than fine with that. Anyway, in the baggie she goes. Right, and our final hero card is Colossus, Olpieta. During each enemy phase, you ignore 1 wound you would receive. Okay. Once during your turn, you may spend 1 star to remove 1 other superhero in your zone up to 2 zones. Ignoring enemies, that superhero may then spend 1 star to perform 1 free attack. Fastball special, yeah. Grand Slam. When attacking with Pummel Fists, you may spend 1 star to roll +1 die for each enemy in your zone. Ignore zombie heroes for this attack. After this attack, you may push all enemies in your zone into an adjacent zone. Nice. So he's a tough boy. Now, here's the thing: is that I'm not sure if I want to try with Pieta to go with the comic style metal look, or whether I'm going to use metal paints. I'd like to at least, you know, use it as an opportunity to learn how to paint better. So we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I'll be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Just need a quick whiz, as always, when I start a stream. Right, so now we're on to the zombie characters. So let's have a look at Juggernaut. He's undead stamina. Once during your turn, you may increase hunger to perform 1 free melee attack or 1 move action. Rampant advance. When performing a move action, you automatically eliminate 1 trooper, specialist, or guard in each zone you enter. May increase hunger to move +1 zone. You cannot suffer wounds, unstoppable. You cannot suffer wounds from troopers or specialists, and don't spend extra actions to leave zones for enemies. That's a good move, that one is. He's a powerful bad boy, he is. And his model looks quite cool as well. If I can get you into focus. Come on, focus. There we go. Right, into the baggie you go. Now, I've been doing a lot of research recently on comic painting, including looking quite closely at the Spanish company that painted the miniatures, the example miniatures for the Zombicide thing. I'm as confused as anybody else right now. Right, so if you're not quite sure about what's going on, well, effectively, this is a Zombicide game where you can actually play the zombies as well as the bad guys. And I've just suddenly realised my zip seal bags, my second set of bags, have gone missing all of a sudden. Oh, okay, so I'll be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. I'm probably just going to end up doing this one rather than doing the big box, but let's see where we go. Yeah, well, I'm nearly through 25 bags. I've got another set of bags here, and I've got a big set of bags as well, which may end up being bags that I'm going to put the the extra characters in. Well, next one. Interestingly, Psylock. Are you going to focus anytime you want to? Come on, focus. Once you're on your turn, you may automatically... Oh, come on. You know when these days just... Why are you not focusing? Is it the light? Let me just move the light slightly further up. Yeah, I think it's the light. Once during your turn, you may automatically eliminate one trooper or specialist within range 1. Psionic energy. When attacking with Psionic blades, you may increase hunger to gain +1 range and have enemies suffer -1 toughness to a minimum of 1. Precognition. At the start of each round, you may look at the top card of the spawn deck and assign that card as a spawn of any spawn point for the next enemy phase. Nice, nice, nice. I believe this is the Psylock character. There we go. I mean, in 90s, she was the babe, wasn't she? That a lot of the Geeks guys went for. And the fact that she was actually English, Betty Braddock, I think she's Captain Britain's sister. And she ended up, her mind ended up taking the body over of somebody else, didn't she? I remember that. Anyway, Sabertooth. Claw Frenzy. When attacking with feral claws after any rerolls, each roll of 6 roll +1 die. These dice may generate additional dice. You don't spend any extra actions to leave zones with enemies. Once your turn, you may increase hunger to perform 1 free feral claws attack. At the start of each round, you draw 1 free zombie trait to gain +1 to dice results when attacking with Devour. And that's your Sabertooth. Cheers. Now, the interesting thing is, I don't quite see the detail in the models right now, but a lot of people who have been painting the models have said they are super detailed. Once you get down to doing the painting, you are literally given almost every amount to make these models look good. Hopefully, I'll be able to do that once I go into my painting session. Next character is Cyclops. Oh, come on. Oh, it's the light, isn't it? When attacking with Optic Blast, you and attacking with Optic Blast, you may increase hunger to gain +1 range and ignore target priority. Once during your turn, after attacking with Optic Blast, you may perform 1 free Optic Blast attack on the same zone or a zone adjacent to it, respecting the attack's range. Undead Leader, once during your turn, you may have 1 other zombie hero with range 2 perform 1 free action and then resume your turn. So he's kind of very much a Captain America with range. Where's his character? Here it is. It is interesting that he's not got a head, but whatever. I mean, the other thing is do you go to the 90s version of the X-Men, you know, with the cartoon, or is there other particular ways of looking at things? Okay. Undead Dark Phoenix. Interesting. Once during your turn, you may select one bystander, enemy, or zombie hero within range 2 and move them one zone. When attacking with psychic bolts, you may replace your base dice with one die for each enemy in the zone. Therefore, any bonuses, ignoring superheroes for this attack. Each time you suffer a wound, you may instead increase hunger to prevent that wound. Okay. Now, there is a better Phoenix model, but that'll do, donkey. That'll do. Right. So for the next set of bags. And I'm starting to realise that I may not have bought enough. So we'll go till we run out of bags, I think. Yeah, that's probably the best way of doing it. Okay. So there's the Dark Phoenix. In she goes. Now this one is great fun because I don't even have to paint the model. It's doing it does it is yeah. Once during your turn, we're talking about Iceman, Undead Iceman. Once during your turn, you may perform one free move action and move +1 zone. You will stop if you enter a zone with enemies. Cryokinesis. Whenever enemies in a zone within range 2 would move, you may increase hunger to prevent them from moving. Deep Freeze. When devouring, you automatically eliminate any non-superhero you target. You may reroll any misses when devouring superheroes. Okay, so that's his card there. Now, look at this bad boy here. You need to do nothing, do you? It's just literally, that's it. Awesome. One less characters to paint. And also, very good design. Okay. So now, I think we're on these people situation. So just give me a second while I reorganise. Okay, we're going to get a lot of multiple man by the looks of it. He's probably the worst person to become a zombie, really. Just going to run you through the cards. Okay. I'm taking plastic off just in case you're wondering. Right, these cards. But these look like they are the there's my McTaggart. Send to Kelly. Oops. I dropped one on the floor there. Drop on the floor. Valo Cooper, Shanna, William Stryker, Tris Tilby. So, too late. Instead of spawning a bison, I draw a spawn card for this zone. Okay, secret mission. Secret mission. So these are the actual character cards. There's a Sentinel hand. Abigail Brand, Amanda Sefton. So there's repeats of these cards. So there's at least two. And then there's Magneto, Mystique. Oh yes, these are going to be the hero cards that you play. Yeah, it's going to have to be a lot of work done on behalf to make sure that each one of these cards gets played specifically for the game that you're playing. Right, so these are the, what is it? Heroic trait cards, is it? Ambush, power up, power up, power up. Lots of different types of power ups that you can. Which I think are power ups for the zombies, and I've dropped those. So we'll leave those there. I'm not going to go too far into those. I know that people do appreciate the fact that I do go for the cards individually, but I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to spend too long on it. Right, so finally. Big bag. We have types of zombies. That multiple man.